Weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Round 80! Round 80! You better be afraid of me! You better be afraid of me! Plus the right. Slam, slam, slam!
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Nifty move by Gordon. Loses the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches. All the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down, Houston.
on first down. Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This is Deontay Foreman, a man who missed nearly all of 2018. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the...
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Rivers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2 as they come up now 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Check 99. Check 99. Shoot. Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Hey.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Watch the eye. 26. Hey, 31.
Watson just beating the play clock. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night, they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Gordon on 1st down. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block 12. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Throwing Rivers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Hey, 4-1 Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A 61-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
You're set. You're 18.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Down the road.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. A first down throw here for Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rivers under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And now out comes Houston. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
24! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Watson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Strip that ball. 31's the mic. Let's go.
To the air yet again. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
50 seconds. 20. Mike, 58, right there. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Back to throw, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10.
White.
Rivers now. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You.
To throw is Rivers. Allen has it, left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Hey, Rocket. White. Hey, 4-1 Mike. 4-1.
Rivers to throw it. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Give me 9. Echo, echo. 52's the line of rope. 52's the line of rope.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Set. Take. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
We got right to him, right to him. Watch out, watch out. Watch the screen, watch the screen. 124. 31's the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
To throw is Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Watson with a give to Miller, and that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine. Double time. Double time. 31's the mic. 59. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Thomas Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
3rd and long, it's Watson. That's caught, it's DeAndre Carter. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Check 50, check 50. Hey, 59!
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
31's the mic.
I got one. Yeah,
31.
Here's Watson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
31's the mic.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
31's the mic. Now watch one.
Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
12.
It's our field.
Here's Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Here we go.
Alpha!
Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh?
Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback! Hey, Charlie! D-line, get that quarterback! Son!
From the gun, Rivers. And Allen's got it! And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A Charger 1st down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, Delta!
Rivers on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 38. Now it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. On 1st down, it's Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Set!
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end out.
Go!
After the interception, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Right. He's tight right. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And an alley to run. Lamar Miller. He's at the 40. 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Rocket.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rivers will get this one to Williams. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Rivers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again, Rivers. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback.